I have an update on Rocky's reading journal journey. We still love her. We still write in her almost every day. There are some days I have not been. There are some days things have gotten a little hectic, but we've doodled. We love a good doodle. We're still keeping up. We're still obsessed. It's changed my life. I always felt like I've understood my books and I always understood what I'm reading. But this, I don't know. It just is making me feel like I'm just in the book a little bit more. I'm here for it. I am someone who learns things and remembers things best after I write them down. And putting them in my phone does not always do it for me. I need physical pen and paper, and that's going to help me remember. I always look at words that I don't understand when I'm reading. I feel like, wow, I'm so fucking smart. But I thought, you know what? Let's take it up a notch just a little bit, and we're going to write them down. I just started literally yesterday, so I have one word so far. But we plan on this being filled up because we're always learning. I'm always learning something new while I'm reading. It could be a novella. It could be a romance. It could be anything. There's always something to learn. But on top of my reading journal, I've done something else. I use Fable to track my reads, which I love Fable. But I have noticed that Fable does not always have the correct genre. But on top of that, I do feel like some books are in multiple genres. Genres are a funny little concept, aren't they? They sure are. I noticed this because when I got my wrap up for last year, Fable said that my most read genre was romance. And I was kind of blown away by that. I know I read a lot of romance, but I do still feel like I read a lot of thrillers. But the only way for me to know that is to go back and look at every single one. And I'm not going to do that. So I have created a sheet. I'm very proud of this sheet. Very proud of these charts. I did it on Canva, the free option. I want to be able, when I'm thinking, oh man, what romance books did I read this year that were by Black authors? I want to be able to see that easily. So I'm going to tell you what's on my chart. And I hope y'all can see, but you probably can't. But I need to see because I'm going to show you. In the sheet is where obviously I get all my information for my charts that are up here. I have the date started, the date finished, the book title, right after the author. And then we get into the fun stuff. So I've created these drop downs. It's drop downs for several things, which create my charts up here. In these drop downs are different things. I have multiple genres here: horror, mystery, thriller, fantasy, nonfiction, YA, romance, dystopian, science fiction, historical fiction, urban fiction, and just plain old fiction. And then on the next one, I have category. In my categories, I have informational, Black author, rom-com, memoir, self-help, LGBTQ, Hispanic author, psychological thrillers, Western, hockey, and list may change. The list may change. We add in things as we go on. It's the beginning of the year. And then I also have format because I want to keep track of how I read my books. I have ebook, physical book, audiobook, and immersive. In my last category, I have my ratings because I also want to be able to know, hey, how many 5 stars did I have this year? Easily. I want to find these things easily. It seems like a lot of work in the beginning, but when you do all the work in the beginning, later on is going to be easier. My future self is going to thank me. Me in January is on top of shit. That's where these droids come in, and it can keep track of all my things so far. My biggest category is Black authors. I've read most of my books by Black authors. My most read format this year has been audiobooks. I have my ratings here, and I think my biggest rating is a 3-star, which is not the greatest for this year, but you know, it's still early. And my genres that I read the most, surprisingly, is fantasy. But I just think this is so fun to see. I love it, and it's real pink, and it's real cute, and it just makes me happy. Having my things organized, and I can go back and see it, and I can type it in, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like, wow, bitch, you really got your life together. I wanted to share that with y'all. How are y'all reading journals? How are y'all goals for this year going? I know it's early. I know we're still only in January, but I like to know things. I'm nosy, and I want to know. So let me know.